Welcome back. Polygon has been going kind of crazy these last couple of days, currently sitting around 27 cents. The last 5 days, it's been jumping upwards, almost reaching up to that 30-cent range, which is exciting because I've been investing in this one for a couple years now. Just hasn't really done a whole lot. The last 6 months, it's pretty much just stayed steady at the same range, as between like 20 cents and right below 30 cents, but it hasn't really clearly gone past that 30-cent range. It's starting to kind of trickle up that direction now, and it's around 27 cents. In the last day, it jumped all the way up to 29. It almost hit the 30 range, but it just didn't quite go up all the way. You can see that we're kind of going below this line a little bit, and if it continues dropping, then there's a good chance that it's going to kind of keep staying within this range, this low 20s. But if it can kind of keep going back up a little bit more, then we should be looking pretty good because it has hit some great numbers in the past. And there's been a lot of recent news as of today being September 1st. Happy Labor Day to everybody out there. There's been some massive talk about Polygon and what it could be doing here within the next few months and going into 2026. Polygon technical analysis anticipating an upward trend in the next few hours, saying that today could continue seeing a climb. This was posted at 9:45 roughly this morning, and people are starting to wake up and realize Polygon could be worth some. Polygon also was known as Matic. They recently changed from MATIC to POL, so it's just under the name Polygon. It jumped up a lot, especially on August 31st yesterday. It climbed roughly 10 to 13%. It kind of came back down into the 27 range, as they kind of are mentioning in this article. Polygon is straight up outplaying the market as it breaks 3-month resistance. So people are trading more and more with it, and it's starting to get the attention it deserves. Data is starting to show that in Asia, Polygon is starting to become more of a stable coin hub for them. They are definitely diving into it in the last 4 months. They have been doing massive numbers with their volume, upwards of almost 100 million. The transaction volume itself for Polygon has completely skyrocketed with over 110% increase. Since we typically are going in the 4-year cycles with 2017, 2021, and now it's 2025, Polygon hit its massive peaks back in 2021, and we're coming to that point of the cycle to where we could be seeing altcoins like Polygon be making a shift upwards, similar to what we saw back in 2021. Unfortunately for me, I got in at some interesting times, so I was able to make some good money, was losing some money. So like the cost averaging right now is this last week would have been a good time to probably get in, get a little bit. It might have been near the bottom of the cycle, hopefully. And now we should be seeing everything kind of climbing up. So right now might be the last chance to kind of get in at like a good price, but who knows? Thing with the market, you never know. Like it could jump up or it could stay exactly where it's at, or it could go back down. A lot of key analysts are saying that it could be moving towards around the 38 cent. And you could also watch it going back to the 70-cent range, which it also hit around in the December time. In December, it jumped up a lot. Everybody was diving into it again, and it had some significant growth. But fortunately, like myself and probably some of you out there, did not capitalize on those gains right then, and now you're trying to like cost average and figure out when is Polygon going to make its return. And right now, this last 24 hours, 48 hours, Polygon seems to be making somewhat of that change. And again, this came out today, and yep, price is sitting around 27 cents, and there is some serious momentum and conversation topics around Polygon, and I'm excited to see what it's going to do. Another report came out today, and more people again are saying that it has good potential to skyrocket. I mean, back a long time ago, Polygon hit some massive numbers. Polygon has proven itself in the past to do extremely well. It's been very volatile with up and down numbers. Currently sitting around 27 makes it not a terrible entry point. I would probably kind of wait to see what this next week is going to look like. If trends are looking downward, then it might be a good chance to cost average, or hopefully a bottom of the cycle so you can get in. If prices are continuously going up, then I would kind of watch it and see if there might be a good time to just throw a little bit in there. But again, if it's continuously going up and you haven't already got in there, you might be kind of missing the boat. And a lot of investors and a lot of people out there are just trying to find what cryptos are good to get into. And when I've been doing my own research, Polygon just keeps coming up. There's obvious Solana and a lot of the other main core, like, you got Bitcoin and Ethereum, but everybody's already gotten into those. We're trying to find something that's going to allow for some growth and actually some good upside upside compared to some of the bigger ones where your margins might not be as large. It's good to take a look at a lot of these articles and blogs just to kind of see what everybody else is saying, and then also seeing what other people say on YouTube, and then doing your own research as well, just trying to dive in and look at the market and look at the graphs and look at the numbers and seeing how you can figure it out and seeing what you can do. All right, so now we are looking at some other statistics. We got from the transition from Matic to Polygon just being POL. It happened within this last month of August of 2025, and it's caused a lot of people to re-look at the core values behind the token is and what they are really going for. There's been a lot of talk about institutions investing and diving into the token as well, and there's just been a lot of talk about it potentially doubling and just continuously moving up, but there has also been some bearish conversation of it just staying at this rough price of 20 to 30 throughout all of 2026 as well. This is pretty interesting to read. Post migrating after switching from Matic to Polygon, POL, they were averaging 8.4 million daily transactions and 30% developer activity growth. But if institutions dive into it and pour money in, and more people are noticing the companies and big companies diving into it, it's only going to raise their awareness and want them to potentially invest in as well.